Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife, Marie. And you are going in Smackdown Live.
Hey, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke watching Going In the Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve Larson, and available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it to make sure you always get your new Going In Raw notifications. We also offer YouTube channel memberships now if you want five bonus episodes of Going In Raw every single week. Hit that join button. It's $5 a month. We also have options for support on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steven Larson at $5 a month on the Patreon. You also get access to all that bonus content, but at $1, which does go a long way.
Oh, it does.
You get the show ad free. You get to import your RSS feed, the podcast via RSS feed, and it's all ad free. Except for when we do, well, on YouTube it's ad free, except our shout outs, our ad reads are still the YouTube version, but we actually take those out of the audio version. Yeah. So no ads. That's at $1 and up. You also get a shout out, so I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to some of these friendos out here right now.
Do it.
Let's see here. Lake Locke, Devin Martinez, Matthew Bowers, Pablo, Riley Walker, and Adrian Cazares. Cazares. I think it's Cazares.
All right.
Anyways, want to say thanks, and we got a couple new YouTube channel members too. David Dodson, Rules, and M. Callaghan. Thanks for your support. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you very much.
So we are about to... Oh, intro was all choppy. What can you do? What can you do?
It's one of the many problems YouTube is dealing with right now.
What can you do? Can't do anything.
Is getting her intro right, but honestly, that's the least of the issues.
That might actually be us. Anyways, I can't blame everything on YouTube. You can blame a lot, not everything. So anyways, before we continue, we're going to drop some spoilers from this morning's New Japan show.
Yeah. So you haven't watched it yet, then if you're watching this VOD, just fast forward about
10 minutes or so.
Skip ahead like 10 minutes. If you're watching this live, just mute or something for the next 10 minutes.
The 10-minute mark or so, I think, is good.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and do that. We'll be completely done talking about what happened in New Japan this morning. So this is free and clear warning. In 5 seconds, we're going to tell you exactly what happened. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jon Moxley is now your New Japan Pro Wrestling United States champion.
You know, if you kind of even half pay attention, you kind of thought he wouldn't show up in his first match in New Japan, then lose.
Yeah, I didn't really give it that much thought. I just figured, oh, that's cool. He's having a match against Juice. I didn't really think about it, but yeah, in hindsight, yeah, it makes total sense. He would totally win.
Yeah, he's not going to lose his first match in New Japan. No,
yeah,
no way.
Make any sense.
No way.
And in fact, he did in fact win.
He did in fact win. He is, as you mentioned, new U.S. champion. A heck of a match. You got to see the wrestler, the character. I'm sure he wanted to be in WWE pretty much the whole time he was there.
I thought it was interesting. One thing that I noticed was you didn't see. So Dean had everybody in WWE has their standard moves that when they debut, it's like, oh, wow, he's doing that. Like, for example, with Dean doing the coming off the ropes with the clothesline thing.
Yeah. He do the thing where he kind of sticks his upper part of his body through the rope and rebound off. I've contended that WWE wants everybody for Cena, that's what the 6 moves of doom.
Yeah, sure.
WWE wants everybody to have those 5 or 6 moves that they bust out every single match.
Their signature moves that are
for
theirs.
The sake of the fact that the fans can instantly grab onto those moves and connect with them and know when those moves happen, something else is coming.
And when
it's kind of a cheap storytelling device, I feel like sometimes.
When those wrestlers debut with those moves, like when I first saw Dean Ambrose come off the ropes with that thing in the clothesline, I was like, oh wow, that's really cool.
It's different.
It's different. And then when you see it after 3 years, it's like, oh, it's the same with Seth and the suicide dives. Seth's suicide dives are so par for the course now. They're not really fun. It's just like, oh, okay.
He has to do 2 of them now to make any sort of impact.
And even when he did that, now that's normal. He's been doing that for a little while now, and that's normal.
I know. He just started doing the topes again.
Yeah.
I remember the day I became a Seth Rollins fan. We jumped out of one side of the ring with a tope, got back in, jumped out of the other side. Landed on his feet both times, too.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah, no, it's great. He's awesome. But I noticed there was none of that in this Dean Ambrose Mox Juice match By the way,
all
Juice got rid of the dreadlocks.
Yeah, he looks good.
He looks great. His head doesn't really like his dreadlock. I love dreadlocks. I think they're great.
Yeah.
His head is sort of too big for that. They make your head look bigger.
Yeah.
Like with Bray, they look awesome.
Yeah.
I've known dudes who've had, and they look great.
Well, Bray also has the thinner dreads.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Whereas Juice had the thick ones.
Yeah, and his head is just too big for him. This is a stupid topic, by the way. People should be able to do what they want with their hair.
Totally.
But it's just
Well,
I always appreciate like the aesthetics of wrestling too.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Mox was wearing wrestling trunks. Larson, what do you think about that? And wrestling shoes.
Now that his trunks are a bit like legs, not the actual thickness of the fabric of his trunks. His legs are a bit thicker.
His thighs are thicker.
Because he's got a new workout routine, apparently. He mentioned this on the Jericho podcast. He's working with a different trainer. He says he's going to be a completely different athlete by the end of this year, or within a year. Because back in the early FCW days, and even before that, when he was wearing underwear trunks, these were the kind of like the Goldberg trunks where they come to the top of your thigh. So they're not like the underwear styled ones. He wasn't as fit as he is now.
Yeah,
a little bit of a tummy, skinnier legs, and it wasn't the most flattering look. But again, wear what you're comfortable wearing wrestling, by all means.
Yeah.
Now that he's in much better shape, stockier legs, I don't mind that he lost the Wranglers whatsoever.
Yeah, no, me
and
neither.
I'm happy he did
neither.
because we needed a clean break from what he was in WWE, what he wore. So no more tank tops, no more Wrangler jeans.
I do like it makes me wonder if what he wore in his debut, in his appearance at AEW, is going to be what he's going to wear to wrestle there, or if he's going to stick with the trunks thing. I don't know. I'm sure he's probably happy. He seemed, by the way, in like when Daniel Bryan returned and he was getting beat to hell. He seemed like you could just tell the dude has a vibe. It's not like he's smiling all the time or anything, but it's just
he's having fun.
You could tell like the looseness of the match, and like you said, it was just a straight up brawl. There were 3 table spots. And
Juice jumped off the entranceway and landed right in his tailbone.
Yeah, that looked bad. Dean had Juice's blood in his beard because he kept on gnawing on his eyebrow.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. And we got the debut of, I don't know if they're actually going to call it the name Death Rider, the move.
And that's what the commentary is calling it.
So they were okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Because I personally, when I saw it, I lost it. Like everything just like went blurry for me because I thought it was the coolest thing. So the finish of the match saw Juice try to hit Pulp Friction.
Yeah.
Moxley reverses it, shoves him away, brings him back in. Dirty Deeds. And Juice kicks out of Dirty Deeds.
Yeah.
Moxley looks beside himself, but then he smiles, picks him up, and drops him on his head.
Yeah.
In a much more vicious, but still a double underhook.
It's like a glorious double underhook DDT.
Yeah, and Juice just landed right on his head.
Yeah.
I was shocked. It was amazing.
Yeah,
so we have his new finisher, which
cool.
There's no way he'd be able to do in WWE.
No.
It's like just a way cooler version.
Remember what his finisher was when he first came to WWE? It was the forward DDT where he had the head like this and then dropped it right on the top of the crown of the head.
Yeah.
And they told him, I guess, that he couldn't do that anymore either, which is lame. So that was a good finish. Stellar debut for old Moxley in New Japan. If this is what we're going to see in both New Japan and All Elite, sky's the limit for this guy.
He seems very happy. He just seems very, very happy. He's new United States champion. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw him in the G1. Yeah. That could be amazing.
Yeah, because his TV's not going to kick off for All Elite till October. Yeah. He's got plenty of time. That's pretty much the entire month of August.
And I mean, even his All Elite deal, they have first dibs on him starting in October.
If he's got nothing scheduled, he can do what he wants more or less.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, he can be doing New Japan stuff, seemingly as long as
he doesn't interfere with All Elite. Totally.
Yeah.
Well, I just meant when TV kicks off, that's at least one day a week that he's going to have to be doing their stuff. And I don't know if he can fly continuously back and forth between.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, how long was Jericho IC champion?
In New Japan?
Yeah.
Not very, but he was there, New Japan IC champion for like 6 months, but he was never there.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Moxley, especially
No,
United States champion.
I was speaking strictly as for the G1.
Oh, for the G1. Oh, yeah. No, when is that?
That's in August, so he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Speaking of a rough travel schedule, we can kind of segue to SmackDown now.
Okay, so before you start, I just put up a SmackDown QA thread. It totally left my mind last night. I apologize for that. So patrons out there, you can do that. I'll put it up for channel members as well.
Cool. There you go. weird SmackDown. Not a very good SmackDown.
No, it wasn't. I'm glad we're on the same page on that one.
But I want to talk about this. So Kofi, earlier this week or late last week, took a trip to Ghana.
Yeah.
And so knowing that Ghana is much closer to Saudi Arabia than the United States, I was expecting him to not make the trip back over. Like they had a really awesome video package of his trip, and I thought maybe that was
that was the highlight.
That was going to be the extent of Kofi's involvement in SmackDown this week. Is a really cool video package of his trip.
Yeah.
But instead, he has to fly all the way back to the United States, only to hop on a plane, I'm guessing today.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
To fly all the way back to Saudi Arabia. That's brutal. That is rough.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy.
But SmackDown as a whole was brutal. There was only 2 real matches over the course of 2 hours. 2.
Did you? I was hoping that you did this because I didn't. But my God, how many Raw
12.
Shut up. Get out of here.
No,
Are you serious?
I kept track 12.
There were 12 Raw recaps?
No, sorry. No, 12 members from Raw that showed on SmackDown.
I do care about that because
there was
the wild card rule has kind of ruined SmackDown.
5 or 6.
There were at least like 5 recap
3 of them
packages.
in the opening segment between Kofi and
There
Dolph.
was a Triple H one. There was what happened last night with The Undertaker, which I kind of get because Goldberg is going to respond to him.
There was the Seth Brock cash-in business.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
If
those 3.
this is SmackDown. When Alexa Bliss comes over and says, and is now a heel on SmackDown and evidently a face on Raw, she comes over to SmackDown and says, I'm used to being on the A brand Raw, not the B brand SmackDown. Nobody in the audience cares. Nobody's going to SmackDown. They go to SmackDown because they're a wrestling fan and it's in town.
And they might like the SmackDown roster too.
Yeah, I mean that
not
could,
that there's
that
really any
could
sort
be,
of clear
but people
delineation
go
to it
because
anymore.
it's WWE. You know, it's just the brand loyalty thing is so silly.
It is. Nikhil here says there's 13 wild cards. I thought at least 12 because in the ringside area for that lumberjack match for the 24/7 title, there's at least 6 members of the Raw roster there.
That stuff with Roman and Shane, unnecessary given what we had on Raw. Unnecessary.
It was pretty much the same exact thing.
Unnecessary. You're out there not using Buddy Murphy. He's been in one on-air promo and one unaired promo.
Yeah.
You're not using him.
Yeah, Mustafa Ali hasn't been on TV in a while.
Mustafa Ali hasn't been on TV. You have Ember Moon did a segment with Fire and Desire that was on the .com exclusive. You're just eating up time. Like the wild card rules basically ruined SmackDown. At least it did last night.
Yeah, between that and all the newless recap packages.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
Yeah, here, me see if I can do a count of recaps. So pretty much the entire opening segment between Kofi and Dolph was just littered with recap packages that were largely unnecessary. I didn't note all of them because I tried to ignore them. But there was the Triple H Orton, there was the Undertaker one, there was the Brock Seth cash-in stuff, where they added like gunshot sound effects to the chair shots.
Wait, to what?
To the Seth Brock video package.
Really?
Whenever Brock hit Seth with the chair, they added like gunshot sounds.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's big drama right there, man.
No, it's made it cartoon because they're like they were pitched down or something, so they didn't sound exactly like gunshots.
Remember when they gave Luke Skywalker's laser gun, his blaster, like the sound of like a 45?
No, I never saw that.
It was when Lucas redid him for in 97.
Oh,
or 99,
right.
whenever. I think it was 97.
Yeah.
And like there was that scene when they were on like him and Leia and they did the swinging thing, the swashbuckling thing.
Yeah, in the first movie, yeah.
And when he was doing this, it was like
that's pretty funny. Actually.
Lucas is crazy.
Yeah, he's an interesting character.
Yeah. But dude, in a nutshell, the triple threat I thought was great.
Yeah, that was great.
That was a really fun match. Yeah.
The opening tag match was fun enough, but just largely kind of inconsequential.
What was the opening tag match?
Owens and Zayn versus
Kofi
and
was
Xavier Woods.
Inconsequential. None of these people, like, I get like it's sort of to bring back Dolph, but like they could do a thing where they're weaving Dolph into Kevin Owens and out. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are just there to eat a loss.
Yeah,
that's all, and then to set up Dolph.
I know.
It
was not a well booked episode of SmackDown.
I did enjoy
like
the 24/7 stuff. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was just so brief, and I wish they had a camera under the ring because I saw the clips from that.
Yeah,
why did they actually show that during the show?
Oh, because it was funny. Because it's funnier. I like that. Like, how did that happen? What the heck? I think that's good for comedy. I'm okay with that.
Here's the thing with the Shane stuff is like I think he's doing a really good job and he's wildly entertaining and I enjoy it.
Shouldn't Shouldn't be.
No,
leaky.
definitely not.
Yeah.
And this was pretty much a carbon copy of what we got on Raw.
I know.
That's really the issue.
I know.
If you're going to have a segment with them, do something different. And what's up that Lars Sullivan interview? Some of that dialogue was weird. Got to paint a portrait with their bodily fluids?
Actually, I'll be honest with you. Lars has a lot of. I know. Look, it's easy to goof on Lars because of the bodybuilding message board stuff. By all accounts, he seems apologetic and horrified and had anxiety over it.
Yeah.
I'm willing to get past that. The dude has a ton of natural charisma.
He does. I'm
not good on the mic.
I'm not complaining about that. Just the dialogue.
It was way too long.
It was too long.
And the dialogue was weird.
And it was something like that.
I like that.
The portrait painted with their bodily fluids.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm assuming you mean blood, but there's a lot of other bodily fluids.
Because I agree. That was when he was doing the nursery rhyme, right? The Three Blind Mice or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he finished with bodily fluids.
Yeah. I'm like, what the hell?
It was really long. I see where you're coming from. I was like, I'm okay with this. The crowd was eating him alive. And he stuck through it.
Yeah. I didn't have his performance was fine. By all accounts, he's apologized and tried to do what he can to right the wrongs he did in the past. So I'm with you that second chances. Mm-hmm. If he's truly contrite and willing to, or either willing to change or is a changed person.
I mean, I didn't hear the Titus O'Neil interview where he talked about it.
I just saw that he tweeted something about it.
I saw that he tweeted it out, and it's different from the Hogan thing because Hogan was apologetic for being caught. That's like
apparently he did talk to Big E though.
Okay.
Big E did tweet saying thanks for Hogan was coming up and having a conversation.
Eventually he did.
Know.
Lars Sullivan seemed like it's like he was a massive, and I don't know what's in a dude's heart, and I don't want to venture there, but apparently it was a whole lot of just sort of trolling because when you're, I don't know, it's not an excuse. I'm not going to sit here and excuse it, but because it's like, and then it bites him in the ass. But if the guy has learned, if he has grown, if he is apologetic, if he understands that what he said was horrible, and those things shouldn't be, those aren't beliefs that belong in a human heart, then that's fine. He should get a second chance. But that being said, I thought he did a pretty good job of the interview. The crowd was murdering him though.
Yeah, and some of the dialogue was awful.
I do like the bodily fluids. Bodily fluids, and it's a close up on his weird mouth.
Yeah, I know, but I assume he means blood. But when he encapsulates bodily fluid, there's a lot more things to take into account there.
Right,
which goes into some interesting directions creatively for WWE.
Yeah. Oh man.
Anyways, before we get beat by beat into SmackDown, Steve, you got some business to take care of.
Let's do that. Sorry about that. I was hanging out in Discord. I was seeing what they were talking about over there. But yeah, by all means, Larson, before we continue, here's a word from our sponsor, forhims.com. Hey, Larson.
What?
Did you know, are you aware that 2 out of 3 men start losing their hair by the age of 35? And once you notice your hair is thinning, it is too late.
Well, Steve, would you say the best way to prevent further hair loss would be to try, odd solutions?
Yes, I would.
Or do nothing at all.
Even better.
No.
Oh?
Or do you turn to medicine and science? Of course you turn to medicine and science, right?
Love me some medicine and
science is the best. And forhims.com has been helping guys be the best version of themselves with licensed physicians and FDA-approved products to help treat hair loss.
We here at Going In Raw have been talking about Hims for a while and how they're helping guys look their best. If you haven't heard, it's time for you to see what Hims is all about. Hims connects you with real doctors online, which means no more awkward doctor's visits or time wasted in long lines at the pharmacy. They always have out-of-date magazines, and I don't want to read about stuff that happened 3 months ago.
No.
I want the new.
Or any of that tabloid stuff that's always by the cash register.
I love
thank
me
you.
some tabloids.
No way. That's right. Just answer a few quick questions. The doctor will review your order, and if they determine it's right for you, they can prescribe you medication to treat your hair loss, and best of all, it's shipped directly at your door. You don't have to worry about pharmacy lines, out-of-date magazines, tabloids, none of that.
Yeah, read your tabloids at home like I do. Right now, Going In Raw listeners can get started with the Hims Complete Hair Kit for just $5 today, right now, while supplies last, and subject to doctor's approval. Just go to forhims.com/GIR. See the website for full details and safety information. This could cost hundreds if you went to the doctor or a pharmacy somewhere else.
That's forhims.com/GIR, forhims.com/GIR. Again, we'd like to thank Hims for sponsoring today's episode, and you're really helping out Going In Raw by going to forhims.com/GIR. Apparently, our memory card is full now. One moment, please.
Oh, what a bummer. So anyways, I'll just start the SmackDown recap.
By all means.
Okay. So Kofi comes out and he drops a promo, and he shows a video of him going to his home country of Ghana, and he says, "Man, it's been ages. It's been ages since I've been there.
26
it's been
years, I think.
Several decades." And he got to see his grandmama.
He said he got to hug his grandma for the first time in like 30 years. He got to see aunts
all
and
sorts
uncles,
of aunts and uncles and cousins. And they showed a video package, and it was lovely. It was really great.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And while he's speaking of his experience in Ghana, he is interrupted by, Dolph. Oh, man. Man, he's really irritating right now. He says, "Yes, Kofi, you are an inspiration. However, if today was Friday, I would be beating you up in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
Because this isn't about Kofi. It's about Dolph."
Yeah.
And then he throws to a video package where he makes his debut, beats up Kofi, and says, and they play extensive footage from his first promo where it says, "It should have been me. It should have been me."
Yeah, Sean Ross Sapp on Twitter made me kind of laugh with a tweet. He was like, "Next time you get into a bar fight with somebody, make sure you point at the TV and run a video package of why you want to fight them."
Yeah, exactly. And then come back to Dolph, and he's more and more. Again, he's saying, "It should have been me." And then Kofi says, "Hey, I know how it feels to be passed over." And then he tosses. He says, "But here's one moment in this video package you didn't mention." And he tosses the video.
He has his own video
of Dolph dropping the U.S. title in late 2017.
How can? All right, I'm not. I shouldn't go there. I shouldn't. I don't want to be Mr. Negativity. How does this make any sense?
It doesn't.
Kofi's gonna have a video retort ready to go.
It doesn't make any sense, man.
What? How would he have? Man, how convenient. What a great superpower that would be. Oh, I can
Here, I have access to WWE's tape library.
And I can access it on command. Accessing.
I know.
Hey, Larson, remember that time you farted next to my cheeseburger? Accessing. Here. You can see it here.
It's like the episode of Black Mirror where people have memories recorded and play on the TV. That's what it's like.
It's like an old episode of Star Trek The Next Generation where they'll like show, it was like literally the very first episode when Riker shows up and Picard's like, "This is too long a situation for me to explain to you. Why don't you go sit down at the computer and then we'll run flashbacks of the episode." It's like, what are all these floating cameras going on?
Yeah,
It's
don't want
weird.
that. Don't want that. Anyways, Kofi says that was just evidence, further evidence that whenever things don't work out for Dolph does what he always does. He quits, and that's why this isn't about him.
Yeah.
Kofi says he's been there every day. He's never quit, and that's why he has opportunity. And then we get a video package of Dolph attacking Kofi. And then it comes back and Dolph just says, "Friday, it will be me." And that's
Hey, how innovative would it be if at Super Showdown, which we're not going to watch?
No.
How innovative would it be if their entire match was fought with video clips? Dolph shows a video clip of him super kicking Kofi.
It's like a rap battle, but with like a video clip battle.
Kofi shows a video clip of him giving him trouble in paradise.
Yeah, that's good.
And then Dolph shows a video clip of him kicking out.
There you go. That's good.
Oh.
It's like one of those wrestling card games, but instead of using the moves on a card, you use video clips.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. That's good stuff right there. We booked it.
Yeah, that's good. Then we had this tag match. It was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Kofi and Xavier Woods. It was fine. It was perfectly enjoyable. Just largely inconsequential because they show shots of Dolph backstage watching the match like this. And it's all just to set up a situation where Dolph can come in and attack Kofi Kingston.
Mm-hmm.
It served no other purpose other than that.
Yeah,
which is a bummer.
Yeah.
Kofi pinned Sammy after hitting Trouble in Paradise, and as I said, Dolph shows up in the ring, teleports from backstage to in the ring, super kicks Kofi, super kicks Xavier Woods. He's got a whiny, sour look on his face.
Yeah.
I want interesting characters in wrestling, and I don't really find whiny, bittered characters terribly interesting.
No, me neither.
Whether to cheer for or boo.
Yeah.
That's the kind of character that gets X-Pac, go away heat with me.
Yeah. Xbox is great now.
Yeah, Xbox fantastic. Yeah. He was there every day for StarCast.
Love that guy.
Yeah, man. He was.
So many wrestlers started podcasts and stopped them.
Yeah,
his is still.
Yeah,
going.
his is still going.
Good for him, man.
Yeah. Dolph's. He's pretty much got to go away heat. If this is how he's gonna, if this is what his character is gonna be.
Well, I mean, theoretically, this is the last time we're gonna see him for a while.
I hope. I kind of hope so. Because this and I don't know how much of this is his doing or Vince or what, but like Kofi's right. He's been there every day. He was there. He put himself in a position where he can have this opportunity. Dolph just disappears.
Well, he reinvented himself via the New Day. You know, because that was a risky thing. They weren't over. Totally. They weren't over for like a couple months.
Oh yeah, it took him a while.
Yeah. Real quick, also, while we're talking about stuff, right now, Larson, at friendomarket.com.
Oh yeah.
20% off using the promo code TAKER. You can get yourself one of those sweet sticker packs. Right now, you can get all our Going In Raw stickers, not the Patreon ones, but all 12 Going In Raw stickers for $25. Free shipping in the United States. If you just get the sticker pack, it's free shipping. Only $5 to ship it overseas, anywhere overseas. But the sticker packs also, they start at $10 for 3 stickers. What is it? 15 for 6, 20 for 9, and 25 for all 12.
Yeah, so
it's
this
a good
great
deal.
value there.
We also have a bunch of shirt sticker packs if you want one of those like a dog shirt sticker packs.
And we're going to have that discount code going all the way through Friday.
Friday or Saturday, yeah.
All right, we'll keep it going at least
it's
through
Friday. It's going to be going all week.
And we're going to mention it a ton Friday during our charity stream instead of us watching Super Showdown. Also, on our stream this Friday, we will be announcing the Field of Green Going In Raw Observer Award winners.
True. Yeah. Big deal.
I've seen the winners.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
It's going to be great.
The accounting firm lets you do that. Got to talk to that accounting firm. They didn't give me an email. Anyways.
I've been entrusted with the results because, I don't know, I guess I can keep a secret.
I guess so. I cannot. No filter right here.
None.
Nope.
None.
Let's see here. Next up, Shane dropped a promo. And
recap of here's another Raw recap.
Well, his promo was a recap, and then they rolled a recap.
And then he said he's going to call out Roman later tonight, which he did.
Yeah.
Next, a moment of bliss with Bayley. There was some funny business there with Alexa wanting the coffee. He said this is Blue Brand Swill. So she pours it in the mug and says, no, I want my other mug, which is actually just a coffee cup. So she sends the PA back to get new coffee and a new cup for her.
Yeah.
And like Alexa was more or less being a face on Raw, switch over here to SmackDown. She totally was,
yeah.
And now she's super heel.
Yeah, but she uses, like she says, well, I'm used to being over there on Raw, which is the great brand, not your crappy SmackDown brand. And most of the fans are like, okay, boo, I guess, boo.
I know, but it's a continuity issue. Understand, like she loves Raw, yay, and being on SmackDown, boo. Regardless of the fact that she was on SmackDown forever, and was like a 3-time SmackDown Women's Champion. And she mentioned, I don't know. It's a continuity issue because we just got used to the idea of her being buddy-buddy with Nikki Cross and being kind of a face, and then the next day they do a complete 180. And the issue is, on Monday, she's going to be the same Nikki Cross face again.
Do they not understand that Raw and SmackDown are not different countries, and she was not born in Raw? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like she'll like the Bret Hart thing. Like, he'll be a good guy in Canada and he'll be a bad guy in America.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not like that.
They want to be like that, though.
These are brands. It's not like that.
It's not like that. But they want to be like that, I feel like.
But it's not like that.
It's not like that.
But they want it to be like that.
They want to be like that. And because they want to be like that.
By the way, when I say Canada, I said that long before you did.
I know.
I just thought it was funny when you said it.
Oh, I said it
because it just validated me saying it.
Yeah.
Canadian.
Because I was going to say Canadian.
I know.
But then I realized I need to say Canada.
Same thing happened to me before, and it made me laugh.
You'll see it all in our 4th of July countdown.
Oh, my God. That's a month away. That's right.
We shot that yesterday. So anyways, Alexa seemed completely dismissive of Bayley. She's waiting for her coffee to show up to do her interview. Alexa says when she was SmackDown Women's Champ, the title meant something, and she asked Bayley if the case was the same now that she's champion. The PA returns with Alexa's coffee, and then Bayley smacks it out of her hand. This makes Alexa upset. Carmella comes to the ramp, and she says, hey, as a former Money in the Bank winner.
She says you can't have a conversation about Money in the Bank and about former SmackDown champions without my name.
Yeah, and
she's so good.
She's great.
Carmella's so good.
Yeah, she's awesome. And then she says that a SmackDown full-time roster member should challenge for the title next, not someone from Raw. And then Charlotte comes out and says,
I'm Charlotte Flair. Give me the title
that should
now.
be me, essentially.
Yeah.
Says there'll be a match tonight. Determined who's going to face Bayley at Stomping Grounds. Carmella versus Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte.
So here's the thing. Alex C makes a good point here in chat. He says this is all about Bayley's redemption for that burial 2 years ago. A good win for Bayley where she shows attitude. If they had played it that way, as opposed to Alexa immediately coming out and running down the crowd using the proxy of SmackDown Live to run down the crowd, then that would make sense. But they didn't reference that stuff. Like, if they had referenced that stuff, it totally would have made...
That would have been an opportune and legit moment for, guess what, a recap package.
Well, they could allude to it without actually having to make us sit through a recap package.
They're not going to do that, at least the show last night.
Daniel Encinas just put it in order on the Friendo Market right there for one of those Chicago packs. Thank you very much.
Last night was the first time on SmackDown. You can definitely tell that the writing teams are one mass unit now.
Yeah.
So, where did we leave off? So then Carmella's backstage. She runs into R-Truth. R-Truth saying he's been trying to talk to Shane about getting the 24/7 rules changed because it's ruining his life. He can't do anything without the fear of someone coming in and pinning him.
Yeah.
Carmella's phone rings. And she goes, "It's Shane." And R-Truth is like, "Yeah, I've been using your phone." And so Carmella answers, says, "Hi, Shane." Gives the phone to R-Truth, and R-Truth says, "Who is this?"
Yeah.
Shane? Shane?
Wasn't there one line that Truth had that Carmella broke? She, like, I forget what he said, but, like, she let it out audible. And it made me laugh because I feel like he's probably just a fun guy to be around.
Hell yeah, man.
You know?
Hell yeah. And Shane says he'll suspend the 24/7 rules to have a proper match, but it's happening right now, and his opponent's already in the ring.
And then we find out when it's Elias. Then we find out it's a lumberjack match
with the entire loser locker room.
No, how that's going to
hold on. The entire Raw loser locker room is ringside.
Yeah.
Yeah, by my count, there's at least 6 Raw stars ringside.
And here's the thing. Again, I've said this before, Larson. I wouldn't care, but they insist on referring to the damn wild card rule ad nauseum over and over and over again. We have to hear about the wild card rule.
Yeah.
Just stop saying it, and Steve won't care anymore. Because I just know that things are going back and forth.
There's 2 separate issues in my mind. There's that they keep on saying wild card rule, and they've established that only 4 people from a particular brand can cross brands in a given show.
Yeah.
And if they stop referencing that, then you won't care about the number per se. But there's the larger issue which we've seen this week, and it's all been building up to it, where the same 3-4 storylines dominate both programs.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of redundancy.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That's the larger issue.
No, you're right. That needs to be fixed too. But aside from that, I don't mind if people from Raw show up. If it services
I feel like
a story.
I feel like the number of people who cross brands, whatever, is immaterial. Especially if the larger problem looms.
Yeah. The same story dominating the same 4 or 5 stories dominating
both programs
brands.
and not letting any real storylines develop.
That's a much bigger problem. I agree totally.
Individual to each brand. That's a huge problem.
Yeah.
As we saw at SmackDown last night. So anyways, Elias versus R-Truth. Elias wins pretty quickly after a jumping knee. And then the Lumberjacks, now that the match is over, 24/7 rules are now in effect. All the Lumberjacks hit the ring because they want the piece of that 24/7 title. Elias finds a way to slip out of the ring. He's crawling around ringside. He runs into R-Truth, who is also crawling around ringside. They both go under the ring. And while all the Lumberjacks are brawling, like Cedric does a tope, takes a bunch of people out, R-Truth reemerges from under the ring with the 24/7 title, and then he flees to the crowd.
Yeah. And they're like, whoa, how did that happen? I thought that was a cool comedic moment.
I understand that.
I get your point, though. I think they could have done something equally as comedic and interesting with the camera down there.
What they could have done is did the spot how it went, and then says, oh, here's a replay, and then did the under the camera.
That could be, yeah.
Under the ring camera. That could have been fun.
Yeah. After that, we had Aleister Black in his room.
Last week, I did open challenge.
He did say tantamount. That's a good word.
Tantamount.
Yeah, that's a good word. No, he's a verbose dude.
And he says, well, you should. What was tantamount to an open challenge last week?
Open challenge.
And no one answered.
Why won't they fight me? I'll be waiting. I'm not difficult to find because my door has the words of my name, Alistair Black, on door.
Yeah.
So they can't find me.
Did you notice that? No, he's flipping the Baron
He's
Corbin.
turning into Baron Corbin.
I did notice this, that early in the promo there was like a red or a blue backlight on his head,
And it turned to orange.
and it turned red on the opposite side of his head as the promo progressed.
I think it's cool. It could end up being crappy, but I think it's cool.
I mean, at the end of the day, he has to fight somebody.
You figure. I like this, though. The villain, Alan Black, earlier
yeah.
in chat said,
Hi, Stephen Larson. This is Alistair Black with my Matt Chat question.
Third mini Matt Chat question.
Why is it nobody wants to fight me?
Thank you, Alistair.
thank you, Alistair. Wait, what was this question again?
And welcome to Matt Chat tonight.
Wait, what was this question again?
He's asked why no one wants to fight him. Steve.
Oh, yeah, because you're scary. Anyways, after that, we had great. Shane McMahon came to the ring.
And he was joined by the Revival, and at that point, by my count, there were 12 wild cards that already showed up on Raw.
More people on... Is it possible more people from Raw showed up on SmackDown than people from SmackDown?
Yes, entirely. Hold on. You carry on with the recap. I'll do the count.
Awesome. So he was, like you said, joined by the Revival. Shane then throws to an awesome video package of him decimating Roman Reigns. Of course, he gave him a wicked spear. There was a Claymore involved with Drew McIntyre. And Shane started making the metaphor of Reigns as Big Dog. He said he's actually going to be a little pup, and he's going to get snip, 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 neutered.
By my count, there was 12 SmackDown superstars on the show. Oh wait, sorry, 12, not including whoever's the lumberjacks. So there was they were like the B team was out there. So sorry,
Yeah.
there was a handful, like 3 or 4 more SmackDown Ross members and Raw members on episode of SmackDown.
It's the wild card rule. There's fine print. It's either no more than 4 or 50%.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
I mean they include anybody from Raw that's involved in the 24/7 thing as one person.
As a person, yeah. Well, no more than 4 divisions
It's
are allowed to show up.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Like you can't if you have the U.S. title scene there, the IC title scene, the world title scene, and the Universal title scene, you can't have any of the tag title scenes or the women title or the women title.
Yeah, it's too much. Anyway, so yeah, he's joined by the Revival, and then he throws to a video package of him decimating Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah, I went through that, and then right now we're at Reigns on the stage. Shane sends the Revival, his henchmen, up to fend off Roman Reigns. Of course, they're like it's like Rambo and a couple of ninjas or whatever, whoever he fights in those Rambo movies. He never actually fought ninjas.
No.
Yet. There's another one. There's a hope that he could fight some ninjas.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Superman punches for both Dawson and Wilder. Roman walks down the ramp. For the ramp, he gets hit by a Claymore from Drew, and then Drew brings him in the ring. Shane hits the spear. Pretty much 85% carbon copy of what we saw in Raw.
Yeah, pretty much.
After that, a triple threat match. Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte versus Carmella. Winner will face Bayley at Stomping Grounds. This is a solid match. Best match of the night.
So Bliss is cleared now to
that
do
way.
stuff because she took some decent bumps
Yeah,
in this.
yeah.
And yeah, this is a good match.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really good match. I really enjoyed this. This was good stuff. And all the near falls and breakups, it was all timed really well, executed really. It was a breath of fresh air from the Lacey Evans Charlotte debacle.
And Carmella was the MVP of this match, I feel like.
was.
She was going and breaking up stuff. That Code of Silence she put on Charlotte early on was
I love
great.
her super kicks, man.
Oh, man.
I love those super kicks.
Great.
And it fits because she's a shoe aficionado.
True. The end saw the spot where Charlotte has Carmella in the figure 8, and then Alexa breaks it up with Twisted Bliss. That was cool. The finish saw Charlotte going for a figure 4 on Alexa. Carmella breaks it up with a super kick, and then Sonya and Mandy distract Carmella, grab her ankles, and then she turns around, eats a DDT from Alexa. Alexa scores the pinfall victory over Carmella. She'll be facing Bayley at Stomping Grounds.
Yeah. So that's going to be the pickup there for Bayley after that, as Alex see that debacle from 2 years ago.
Yeah, we were there for part of that, the kendo stick match.
Yeah, we were.
No, not that one. We weren't there for that one. It was when Alexa beat her clean. I don't believe that was a kendo stick match.
Yeah,
that was a falling show. That was at Payback a couple years back. We were
Yeah.
there for in San Jose. Where you're sitting 4th row. I chose a hard camera, distracting apparently everybody who knew who you were watching.
I felt kind of bad about that.
I was trying to have a good time.
Me too, but then when I was looking at my Twitter a bunch, as I usually do, and they're like, I cannot focus on this. Multiple people. can't focus on this show without seeing Steven Larson just there. You know,
I was just trying to enjoy the show, man.
I know. I'm just saying I'm aware of what's going on.
Braun beat Roman Reigns that day. That was huge. And
yeah, and then he got taken down by one F5.
Yeah, that was a few months later. Next, Seth Brock video package about Brock maybe cashing in, but not. And then they added those gunshot sound effects to the chair shots. I don't get that.
Oh, I like that. That's drama, right?
No, I think the sound of chair shots is good enough, but then you use pitch down gunshot sounds.
If we had footage of that chop that Ross gave to Sam at the Cultaholic live show, I would have added a gunshot to it.
No, I want to hear the sound of the chop because the sound is what makes it.
Oh, but then you add a gunshot to it, and it's even better.
Mm-hmm. After that Lars Sullivan interview, weird dialogue, some of it. His performance was fine. I thought Kayla, her performance, especially when that quick shot backstage where she was getting ready for it, because we've had instances where she has seemed intimidated by him, scared of him, and she did a good job, I think, of portraying that during the course of the interview without being over the top with it, without overshadowing anything he was doing.
And she didn't like shy from using the word freak.
Yeah.
What do you call it when a man wants to decimate other men?
He says, "Say the word."
Say the word.
I've been called that word all my life.
Yeah.
Say it. And then she said it, and then he was upset about it.
Yeah. Ooh. Terrifying. That's a lot of beef in that ring, man.
Next, Andrade was supposed to have a match against Apollo Crews. Instead, he just beat the heck out of him before the bell and drops him with a hammerlock DDT. Finn runs down to the ring. He hits not a coup de grace, but the double stomp, standing double stomp, sling blade, goes for the drop kick that precedes the coup de grace. Zelina grabs him by the ankles, almost gets the upper hand, lays him out with the hammerlock DDT. If Demon Balor wasn't enough of a clue that Finn was retaining,
there's so much math
at Super Showdown, this sealed the deal.
Lots of math. Kristen in our mod chat pointed out, and I don't know if this is true or not, nobody really verified yes or no, but she seemed to notice that they dropped the dude yelling El Idolo.
Oh, I saw that too. I didn't notice it either.
I'm hoping that they just did a truncated version of his theme song, and that will remain in proper matches, because this wasn't even really, I mean, he had an entrance. I literally didn't see Apollo Crews at all, because I was sort of, I heard his music, I saw him coming out, I'm like, oh, cool. And I started doing something else. I think I had some food, and I always focus on that because I love food. And I heard, and he's out there against Apollo Crews. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm about to tune into a cool Apollo Crews match. And then like a moment later, hammerlock DDT, this match hasn't even started. Oh, there's Finn Balor. Oh, look at that. And I was like, whoa, what's going on now? And then I just see him and Finn Balor mixing it up.
Yeah.
Poor Apollo Crews. I didn't even get to see him.
Well, the thing is, too, is there was a pretty abrupt cut from commercial to him in the ring.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
it was super abrupt.
Yeah. That's what happened. Then he came out. I go away for commercial because they're like, he's about to take on Apollo Crews.
No, there wasn't a commercial between his entrance. It was commercial.
Where was the commercial?
Commercial, abrupt cut to Apollo in the ring. He didn't get a full entrance.
Oh, and then they cut to El Idolo?
Yeah.
Okay. So I could have seen Apollo first, but it was on commercial. Wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Heard the music.
Yeah.
Did pay attention. Only saw Andrade.
Yeah.
Looked away for the beatdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's a tweet I saw from Harry Wrestling Fan, retweeted by the Going In Raw Observer. Nakamura hasn't appeared on W television for 6 weeks now.
How long do you have to not appear on TV for you to get cut from our intro?
Well, I think 2 months is probably a good baseline.
Elite. Yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe they'll give him like a repackage. Maybe it'll be him and Shinsuke.
You mean
maybe Shinsuke will be the first guy to come out against Aleister Black.
You mean Aleister?
I'm sorry, Aleister Black.
Yeah. No, that'd be great.
Why won't he fight me?
He's not booked. He's not scheduled to be on television, Aleister.
I looked at the whiteboard at gorilla position. Didn't see his name.
So I erased it and wrote his name in.
What if Aleister, like that's in kayfabe, that's what it is. He goes to the gorilla position. He wrote his own name there, and like nobody's written their name next to it.
Yeah.
It could be.
Somebody fight me. Next, we had a Triple H Randy Orton Raw recap. Again, filler. Could have another match. Could have Nakamura and Rusev on TV. Buddy Murphy and countless.
They're ruining SmackDown.
Mustafa Ali. Hopefully, this is just something they are doing for Super Showdown, and we won't see this on a regular basis, but who knows. And then finally, show closed with Goldberg.
He comes out doing the Goldberg entrance.
No pyro, though.
No pyro, and
so he's just kind of like a congenial way to the crowd.
Like he walking down the ramp, he was breathing very heavy.
Well, he has to do the stuff walking through the hallway and stuff anyways, and he kind of breathes intensely. I mean, that's the Goldberg character. He kind of has to do that.
Okay, here's the thing, though.
It's hot. I'm sure he's nervous.
He kind of did a little bit, but it wasn't anywhere near what he used to do. So all I noticed was...
Here's what it is.
And I'm like, that's what I imagine having a heart attack looks like.
He's in his 50s. It's a pretty decent walk.
He looks like he's aged 10 years in 2.
Yeah. It's probably incredibly hot out there under those lights.
Yeah.
And he's probably nervous.
Oh, he's not nervous.
He is probably nervous.
No way, man. He's Goldberg. You don't get nervous.
It's crazy how good of a promo.
173-0, man. He ain't nervous.
It's incredible how good of a promo he is now.
He's a terrific
That time
promo.
when he was doing MMA commentary did him wonders in terms of getting comfortable in front of a mic.
Yeah.
Because in WCW, it's like he could barely talk.
Yeah, I know.
And now he's great.
He wasn't that bad.
I know.
at
He just
W.
wasn't.
They didn't give him a lot.
I know.
They didn't give him a
Generally,
lot.
all I had to say was,
He
hey,
snarled and he said, "You're next."
hey, insert wrestler name here, you're next. I know, but the handful of times he actually talked more than that, generally it wasn't that great.
How much did you like Undertaker's hitting the what is the payback called?
Blackout, I think.
Blackout
Where you
payback.
teleport.
Is it called a payback?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a chargeback, whatever it is.
Payback. It is payback.
Chargeback is when you get a refund. So he comes out and he delivers a good promo. He's talking about Goldberg wants the family guy. No, Goldberg doesn't want the family guy.
Does not.
I'm gonna leave somebody at home and other Goldberg.
He wants the ass kicking Goldberg.
It's like a Rawgate situation where there's two Goldbergs.
Multiple Goldbergs, yes.
So and then the lights go down. They come back out, and then what did you call the payback?
Blackout.
Blackout.
That's the teleporting one.
Where you just teleport to behind the guy. That's where Goldberg was. I'm sorry, that's where Undertaker was. And Goldberg is looking at the ramp, and then he sort of notices in his periphery that...
or he knew to wait a couple beats, then turn around.
Yeah. And then he starts laughing, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And then he turns around, and they go nose to nose. It's a pretty cool scene.
It is. It's a good image.
I mean, it would have been great in 2003.
And the crowd was really into it.
And the crowd was super into it. And then the lights go back down, and Goldberg disappears. I'm sorry, Undertaker disappears. And then Goldberg starts laughing again and says, okay, yeah, that's good.
Wow. ALK82 here in chat says Goldberg looked so much better than Taker, and he's only 2 years younger. Apparently, Goldberg's only 2 years younger than The Undertaker.
How old is Undertaker now? 55?
I don't know.
I feel like he's been 50 for a while now.
Let's see. He's 54. So Goldberg's 52. That's crazy.
Yeah. I got to start working out a lot more if I'm going to get Goldberg body by the time I'm his age.
Yeah. Same here.
El Idolo.
So that was a cool image to end the show, and then afterwards, Undertaker teleports again out of the ring, and then Goldberg says, "All right, Taker, you're next."
To rest in peace.
To rest in peace.
He says, "You're next to rest in peace."
Yeah.
Undertaker. Yeah. No, Goldberg.
ALK82 says, "Old man, what if Goldberg came out as Super Goldberg for Super Showdown?" W. Guaranteed W.
Well, yeah, what if the Saudi government, what if they're like totally into We Book Raw? They're like, Mr. McMahon. No. Who did we say their liaison is that always has to report to Triple H?
I don't think we named them.
What if it's Johnny Ace?
All right.
Hunter, the Saudi guys, they said they want something called Super Goldberg.
All right, I don't know what that means. What did you tell them?
Well, I asked what that was. It's some video game thing. He's got like a big gold.
It's all right. They're going to pay for it.
They're going to pay for it. Apparently it really works. He can fly.
All right. I don't know. Okay. Did you tell them okay?
I don't know. I want to get back to you first.
Oh. They just say they were going to pay for it.
Fine, whatever. That's good.
As long as it's not my problem, I don't care.
I got so much else to worry about.
Let's hit the questions.
Have you seen the Viking Raider guys? I don't know where they went. They left. Where'd they go? They left. I really like those guys. Are they going to be in the G1 this year?
This is one of those weeks where I'm like,
Are they going to be in Tag League?
this is one of those weeks where I'm like, gosh, I wish we could just be a New Japan podcast.
This has been a really fun podcast. I'll be honest, today's been really fun because there's a lot of bad, and it's fun to talk about bad. I'm sorry.
I know. It is fun to talk about bad, but also you think about some of the stuff that is going on and isn't happening, and is frustrating.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's fun to clown it. It's fun to clown it because you know that like AEW's coming up, and that's going to be fun. And then New Japan's got Mox, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then WWE, they're just stumbled around.
But that's the issue. There's so much other stuff I'd rather be talking about.
No, it's just wrestling. This is wrestling.
I know. Angel Zeros says this is worth $1. All right. Brian Jankowski, Vince Russo somehow convinces you guys to do a Going In Raw view with you two. What pay-per-view would you choose, and what questions would you ask him? Be the one where Hogan laid down, where he comes out and says, Hulk Hogan, you son of a bitch.
You bullshit. You know why I wouldn't choose that one? Because we'd probably get sued for it. They had to go through litigation for that, right?
Yeah, but it's still a network. Why would we be?
Because look at what happened to Colt Cabana. Podcasts can get sued for stuff.
Oh, I understand they can, but here's the thing: the only reason I would think he would be in legal jeopardy, and maybe us, if there's some sort of gag order talking about it. But if there's not, there's no reason.
If he reiterates his own lies, then that's like libel or whatever.
Is there double jeopardy for civil cases like there is in criminal cases?
I'm not a law talking guy, man. I don't know.
Norgangi, he says I counted 10 or more
double jeopardy
wild cards last night. That's already been sued and settled. That should be water in the bridge at this point.
You would think. But if he sticks to a story and continues to, I don't know.
In a perfect world, that's the one I'd want.
Survivor Series 98. Come on, man. You know
because he'd probably have some BS stories that would ruin the whole show for me.
Yeah, but they'd probably be really entertaining.
No, give me something ridiculous that I don't care about. Fedora Goomba, I was afraid if the brand split ended that Raw and SmackDown would just become the same show. It seems my fears are coming to pass. That's my worry too. And it's happening more and more each week.
Cody Miles in Discord, how long do you think Mox's U.S. reign will be?
Till October. Till these guys start doing weekly All Elite TV.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Lake Lock, so chair shots to the head are banned, but headbutts to a chair are okay. WTF. Who headbutted a chair? Did I miss something last night? There wasn't any chairs in anything last night, was there?
Yeah, I don't know. They are different things, though.
Yeah. Steve Klain, who would win in a promo battle between EC3, MJF, and Eli Drake? Thanks, friendos, and it was awesome to finally meet you in Vegas. Thank you, Steve Klain. I'm going to give the edge to MJF, man.
For what now?
The promo battle between EC3, MJF, and Eli Drake.
I'd give it to MJF.
Mm-hmm.
But EC3 isn't far behind. Eli Drake, he just tries to be The Rock too much.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. And I just can't get The Rock. I don't know. Steve Big Money GM says, if we all pitch in, can we get Mick Foley on a Going In Raw pay-per-view watch along? Because TMZ, and you mentioned this to me before, so he's really hyping up the Ashley Massaro's daughter's education fund, and he said that if whoever kicks in like $5,000 or whatever, he'll come to your door and watch wrestling with you in person.
Yeah. Pretty boy Fred 25 says yes, and turn into the Four Lights podcast for a second.
Let's see here. Oh, and then Dominus says, where in the world are the Kabuki Warriors?
I don't know.
I'm not sure where they are. Maybe they're hanging with War Machine.
Could be. JJ 2515, kayfabe reason Taker wasn't at Mania, but at the Super Showdown. I'm sure even in kayfabe, Undertaker likes money. Right?
I think you're right about that.
Dylan Haggett, Dr. Phil, yay or nay? He says he's been addicted to Dr. Phil YouTube videos.
Oh, I could see the appeal of that, but he's a big scumbag. He's a big scumbag.
I'm going to have to give Dr. Phil a nay.
I'll give him a hard nay. I think, didn't he he did some, man, I forget the exact story. He had some guest come out there and oh man, I forget what it was, but his shady ass producers fed them alcohol and they were supposed to be sober beforehand. So they come out like a mess. I forget what the story was, but I don't know. That dude's shady as can be. I can see the appeal of watching his show, though. It's trash TV.
It is. It totally is. Dylan, again, does Andrade's theme still say Cien and Almas?
That I don't know.
I don't know.
It just repeats Andrade all over again.
Tranquilo.
Yeah.
La Sombra.
Uh-huh.
And it did say Cien.
Now it's just Andrade.
I know.
Andrade. Andrade. Andrade.
Yeah. Norgangi. Dolph. It should have been me. Loser locker room. Same.
Yeah, right. Alex C. Would the Drew Shane dynamic be better if Drew was the one in control, manipulating Shane to give him title shots and get him protection and book Roman into tough situations like that?
Drew shouldn't need protection from anybody.
I think he meant get Shane protection.
Oh, maybe then.
in exchange for getting him stuff. Yeah, no, look, the general idea of Drew being the lead in this is
preferable. Yes,
preferable,
totally.
exactly.
Dylan again. Goldberg was also wearing a long sleeve shirt. That's true. Warm.
Yeah, that's true.
Those lights are hot.
He was also having a heart attack on the way to the ring.
Lights are hot.
Jimmy Thomas points out that Buddy Murphy, Rusev, Nakamura, Liv Morgan, and Ember Moon, none of them were on TV. Ember Moon did have a segment with Fire and Desire off screen or off TV on the .com. Cody Miles, in kayfabe, why did Goldberg block Matt Riddle on Twitter?
Oh, because Matt Riddle said he could on some podcast that he can beat. Oh, in kayfabe?
In kayfabe.
Oh.
Well, podcasts exist in kayfabe.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Riddle said he can beat him in Goldberg in an MMA match in less than 2 minutes. That's probably why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's probably why.
A couple years back.
Matt Riddle maybe just trolled him on Twitter. Maybe he called him Oldberg.
Maybe.
Let's see here. I'm going to go over to the Patreon. The last minute QA thread that I put up there.
It's like it's well populated.
Yeah, it's got 15, 16 questions. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. Sonoru Mizuki says, why is it that WWE don't like to have wrestlers or announce? I mean, look, the answer to any of these, why is it WWE doesn't like to do something that's common sense, is Vince. Mm-hmm. This is Vince's stuff. So I'll answer this one. Why is it WWE doesn't like to have wrestlers or announcers, commentators show personality on air, but when a wrestler shows some charm, like Alexa Bliss's love for coffee and Finn getting himself over via Twitter or Instagram, they use it in all their future segments and profit from it? I feel like if Vince just let them show a little bit, they could profit from it and will help people get over naturally. Yeah, it's just control freak Vince.
Yep.
It's
because he knows who the characters are supposed to be.
That's some good shit. Alex Foster, if one of you guys were the 24/7 champion, how would it affect the podcast? It'd be so much revenue. Because then WWE guys would be, the loser locker room would be coming in here, shoot interview, shoot interview, shoot interview. You want a shot at my 24 title?
Shoot interview.
Shoot interview. EC3, you're up first.
Yeah. Totally.
Oh, this is great. What an awesome question from Greg Morris. Anything that starts out with a cosmic entity.
Oh, wow.
Okay? So here we go, Larson. A cosmic entity will grant you the 100% truthful answer to any wrestling question. I've always thought that how awesome would it be if you live a good life and you have a good soul, you go to heaven, and heaven's a thing where it's just a giant Wikipedia.
All right.
It's just all the hidden answers of the universe, right? So a cosmic entity will grant you a 100% truthful answer to any wrestling question. What do you want the truth to be about? I know my answer.
What's your answer?
What was, cosmic entity, the very first fixed, fake, worked wrestling match ever? What was the very first one? Because nobody has the answer to that question. There's so much cloudy about that shit back then. What
Yeah, that's
answer?
pretty good.
What answer do you
I
want?
don't know if I have anything that could top that.
Yeah. We'll think about it maybe.
Yeah, I will.
Let's see here. Oh, another great question. This one from James Fletcher. Any question that starts with this. You guys open a restaurant.
Oh, perfect. I like this one already.
All right, Larson. You guys open a restaurant.
I like food.
You employ 5 wrestlers. Chef, waiter, manager, pot wash, and barman. And what is it called?
Okay. So we need a manager.
We need somebody to manage it, yeah.
Who's like the preeminent manager in wrestling today?
Well, Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman.
What
about Paul Ellering?
Oh, yeah, he'd be good.
Paul Ellering be the manager.
He'd be good. Hello.
What's the other roles? A head cook?
How was your meal today? Do we have the algorithm for delicious?
There you go. See? Perfect.
That's good.
Cook?
Head
cook?
Head chef.
Is there a sous chef on there too? Or just head chef?
Just head chef.
All right. Let's think. Who's got some culinary chops?
Well, Heavy Machinery. We've seen them barbecue. It looks amazing. It'd be a barbecue place.
All right, there.
And Heavy Machinery would be doing
barbecue.
that.
Heavy Machinery, that's good.
Waiter.
Who's personable?
Yeah.
Make people feel at home.
Well, Baron Corbin dresses like it.
Yeah, he's more the bartender though.
Oh, he's the barman. Okay,
He's a barkeep.
Good.
Yeah,
that's good. He's barkeep. Baron Corbin barkeep.
I feel like his tableside manner would be terrible.
You're probably right. Yeah.
For a waiter, whereas he could just be kind of the salty bartender who's kind of charming.
Yeah, bartenders they need to not take any shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You've had too many drinks.
Or it'd be Alistair.
You've had too many drinks. I'm gonna call you an Uber.
There you go. He could be the dessert chef.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Also ice cream specialties.
Yeah.
Who'd be a good
I only
waiter?
use good humor ice cream.
Good waiter.
Be a
Who's
good waiter.
Personable.
How about this? Bailey, because she could do like balloon animals for kids.
There you go. That's good. That's
you know,
good. That's
she goes
good.
over there. Here's
All right,
your little
Bailey's
meal.
Good. Bailey's good.
And it's kind of slow. She pulls out a little. She's like, "You want to see a trick?"
Yep. There you go. Good.
Dog.
Good. Good. And we need a dishwasher.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman.
Oh, that's
those
good.
dishes and get those hands.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. He'd be.
And he
quick.
can carry like a huge tray of dishes back
Yeah.
to wash them.
That's good.
Is that all the rolls?
All really good answers.
Is that all the rolls?
All really good answers.
You missing anything?
No, that's it, man.
All right.
That's it. That was good. Let's see here. I love this name. Luis Felipe de Castro Ruiz. Who is in a better position? I guess this is a who would you rather be? Ricochet, who's in a, well, I wouldn't say this. He says he's in a pointless feud against Cesaro, where he can at least show off his in-ring skills, or Aleister Black, who has pointless segments on every SmackDown where he can at least show his personality. Who would you rather be? Ricochet or Aleister Black, given their roles right now?
Probably Ricochet.
He's wrestling, and he's wrestling against one of the best wrestlers on
And it's the perfect showcase for his abilities.
I feel like Ricochet Cesaro is kind of Rey Mysterio Andrade from a couple months ago.
Yeah, it has the potential to be that. That's for sure.
I think that they're going to look at that. I think that they wouldn't have done all these like more matches if Vince didn't feel that way.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let me check this really quick. Over on the YouTube channel memberships, C. Pena. Shane is not a bad heel, but aren't we at Shane O'Mac overkill by now? He's everywhere. Yep.
If it's as redundant as it was the last two nights, then yes. Even like his delivery on the neutering Roman promo, I thought was really good. It just really wasn't adding anything new.
You're right. It didn't. I'm actually okay with this. Adrian Cazares says they keep referring to the new Bailey, yet she's got the same intro music and her Tron is still full of the hugger references. Are they just being lazy, or do they not care to change it? I think that it's okay. Like, you know, that's who she is. I think that she's done a really good job at sort of bringing a bit more serious to her character.
Totally.
But she's not betraying who she is.
No.
Which is just a good-natured, person.
Yeah. And I think keeping the branding that she's had forever is still good from a marketing standpoint.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, they could maybe replace the word hugger with something else.
Yeah. Or take it out entirely.
Take it out, replace it with Bailey or whatever, you know?
Yeah. I'm a Bailey.
I'm a Bailey. I'm no longer a hugger. I'm a Bailey. Let's see here. Two more questions. I got two more here. Riley.
I have one more over here. Two more over here, too.
Okay.
Marcus Harrison, WWE's Instagram has what happened under the ring for 24/7. Yeah, I saw it on Twitter, too.
Okay, cool.
David Wondolowski, Xavier as a host would be great. Xavier Woods.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Immensely personable, likable, funny, charming.
Give me him as host, bartender.
Oh, he'd be a great bartender, yeah.
Maitre d'.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of the same as the host?
Probably. Riley from Jar Productions. Do you think the 24/7 championship will change hands a few times in the 50-man Battle Royal at Super Showdown?
Oh, that'd be interesting. Oh, should we do do you want to do quick Super Showdown predictions? So we're not going to do a whole video for it?
Yeah, sure, why not? Last question before we do those.
I'll pull the card up.
Thomas Dunnigan, what do you think will be that final straw to completely end the brand split? I think in October when it starts on Fox, we'll have a better idea as to just what that final straw would be if there is one.
All right. I pulled the card up on Wikipedia. Let's go straight down the line how they have it. Triple H versus Randall Orton.
Randy's got to win.
Triple H,
right?
Triple H.
You think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
Triple H.
Why? What's your logic on that?
Because he thinks he's a huge international star, and people will
Oh wow, okay, yeah.
basically riot if he loses.
But he's also smart enough to know that Randy Orton, I'll put it this way, if his metrics in front of him look like Randy's a bigger star.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Then Randy would win.
Yeah, he'll go with the analytics. Totally.
Yeah.
Who's going to win the Battle Royal? Miz. He's my pick.
I don't even know who's in it.
They've hardly announced anybody.
The only other person I know who's in it is Mojo. I'm going to say Mojo.
I'm saying Miz because he didn't get to pick up the win in the Best in the World tournament for himself because he got hurt. Goldberg versus Undertaker.
Goldberg's got to win, right?
I would think.
Undertaker won the last one. He won the tag match.
Yeah.
That should have gone the other way, too. Goldberg's got to win this. Unless maybe they understand that. Has Undertaker lost in Saudi Arabia?
He beat no.
Wait,
Undertaker and Kane won the tag match against HBK and Triple H?
Didn't they?
I don't know.
I think they did.
I never watched the show.
Because I remember being surprised about that. What was that one called?
Crown Jewel. I already have it up.
D-Generation X one.
No,
oh, what
won.
The hell, really?
Yeah, Kane was there to take the pin, man.
No, I didn't watch the show.
I didn't either. You say Goldberg? I'll say Undertaker.
All right.
I don't feel confident. They're not doing confidence points because Strowman versus Lashley. Strowman goes over. Totally.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Demon Balor versus Andrade. Demon Balor.
Whatever the most 9 confidence points on that.
Roman versus Shane. Roman's going over.
He'll go over. I have a feeling that Miz might show up in that one.
Kofi versus Dolph. Kofi's going over. Seth versus Baron. Seth will go over.
Do you think the Universal Championship is going to change hands?
No.
I don't think so either.
And then Lars is going to defeat Lucha House Party.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with all that.
All right, going through that doesn't sound like a terribly interesting card. Definitely not something comparable to or better than WrestleMania.
Don't tell them that.
It's in the contract for them. I think they have to say that.
But would you say it's an equivalent?
Based on that card, no.
It's not an equivalent. You know
why?
why?
Dolph is challenging for the WWE title, so it's not an equivalent card.
Well, number one, there's no women on the card.
Yes.
So it's not a WrestleMania equivalent.
No, not even close.
Anyways, it's like a 50%. It's like less than 50%. It's like a 30% WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, it's sort of like stomping grounds. That's it.
That's it. That's the show for today.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. On Overrun today, we have chat trivia.
We do.
So Larson's going to draw something for a lucky winner.
Well, I might draw part of it.
Where's that last one we drew?
It's right there.
This is great. This was a collaboration one.
Yeah, I think that yields the best results as a collaboration.
Look, I drew myself with like a giant
head.
A giant head
and skinny little arms.
Yeah, little tiny arms. This is what I think of myself. I'm a piece of shit. No, I think I'm great. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.
Where's Patreon? There it is.
Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.